Welcome everyone to the world of SEMStar online classes. I am Shubham Chopra, social science teacher. Students, I'm again back with your first chapter of history, that is the French Revolution. So students, in the previous video, I have discussed with you all the prominent causes and reasons which led to the outbreak of French Revolution. So today in this video, I am going to discuss with you the age of enlightenment. Now, this age of enlightenment is the result of the growing middle class during the 18th century. Now, the growth of class gave rise to ideas envisaging a society based on freedom and equal laws and opportunities for all. So, let's study this age of enlightenment. Now, the 18th century witnessed the emergence of social groups termed as the middle class, who earned their wealth through an expanding overseas trade and from the manufacture of goods such as woolen and silk textiles that were either exported or bought by the richer members of society. Now, this was the occupation of most of the people comprising the middle class. That means they were basically traders, wealthy traders, and businessmen. In addition to merchants and manufacturers, the third state included professions such as lawyers or administrative officials. All these were educated and believed all these were educated and believed that no group in society should be privileged by birth. That means the third state comprises of professionals such as lawyers and administrative officials. So this middle class actually emerged from the third state. The first tier of the third state, which comprised of the wealthy merchants, traders, and professionals such as lawyers, doctors, and administrative officials. So these people were educated and they believed that no group in society should be privileged by birth. That means no privileges should be given to the first two states just on the basis of their birth, but rather a person's social position must depend upon his merit. Now, this was their thought process. They have always advocated that a person's social position must depend upon his or her merit. Now, these ideas envisaging a society based on freedom and equal laws and opportunities for all were put forward by philosophers such as John Locke, Jean Jacques Rousseau. Now, in his two treatises of government, Locke sought to refute the doctrine of the divine and the absolute right of the monarch. Now, what was this? That Locke refute to doctrine of the divine. That means during the 18th century France, that the king was all powerful. That means he was all supreme and all the decision making power were concentrated in the hands of the king, and the king was supposed to be a god's representative on the earth. So this was supposed to be known as a doctrine of divine, which Loki sought to refute. He asked people to stop giving king so much of importance that his decision is going to be first and final, and he also asked to refute the absolute right of the monarch. That means now some powers must be transferred to the general public as well. On the other hand, Rousseau carried the idea forward, proposing a form of government based on social contract between people and their representative. In the spirit of the laws, Montesquieu proposed a division of power within the government between the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. This model of government was put into force in the US after the 13 colonies declared their independence from Britain. The American Constitution and its guarantee of individual rights was an important example for political thinkers in France. Now, the ideas of these philosophers were discussed intensively in salons and coffee houses and spread among people through books and newspaper. So, the ideologies of these philosopher spread among the common public in France through shops, through newspapers, and spread among the people through books as well. Now, these were frequently read aloud in groups for the benefit of those who could not read or write. The news that Louis XVI planned to impose further taxes to be able to meet the expenses of the state generated anger and protest against the system of privileges. Now, after this news, which got spread among the common public of France, that the king is going to increase the taxes upon the third state, he is going to impose more taxes, then the people generated anger and protest against the system of this system of privileges. Now this led to series of events. Now we are going to read about the first event which took place just after the spread of this news, was the session of state general. Now what was this? Just let's discuss about it. The session of state general. Now what happened, that Louis XVI had to increase taxes for reasons which we have learned already. Now what was the reason? That the France was continuously engaged in wars with its arch rival Britain all across the world, and the France was more interested in setting up of colonies among the different parts of the world. So this was the main reason for the increment of taxes, and Louis XVI also got empty treasury when he ascended the throne. So in France, what happened, that the old regime in France, of the old regime, the monarch did not have the power to impose taxes according to his will alone. Now students, let me tell you one very important point is that this was the only decision which a king cannot make by himself or herself alone, that is to increase the taxes. Now, for that purpose, he had to call a meeting of the State General, which would then pass his proposal for new taxes. Now, the State General was a political body to which the three states sent their representatives. However, the monarch alone could decide when to call a meeting of this body. The last time it was done was in 1614. That means more than 150 years ago. This meeting was last called by any king in France. So what happened, students? That on 5th May of 1789, Louis XVI called together an assembly of the State General to pass proposals for new taxes. So the people were already knew this decision which was to be taken, but the king alone cannot make this decision. So for that purpose, he has to call this State General Assembly. So a resplendent hall in Warsaw was prepared to host the delegates. The first and second state sent 300 representatives each, who were seated in rows facing each other on two sides, while the 600 members of the third state had to stand at the back. The third state was represented by its more prosperous and educated members, so the peasant, artisans, and women were denied entry to the assembly. However, their grievances and demands were listed in some 40,000 letters which the representative had brought with them. So, the representative from all the three states gathered in that hall of Warsaw. So, resplendent hall of Warsaw, where the 300 representatives each from the first two states and the 600 representatives from the third state gathered together to have voting whether to increase taxes or not. So what happened, voting in the state general in the past had been conducted according to the principle that each state had one vote. Now this was the criteria of voting, that each state, irrespective of the number of representatives, they have got only one vote each. This time too, Louis XVI was determined to continue the same practice, but the members of the third state demanded that voting now be conducted by the assembly as a whole. So the third state demanded that we should have voting system. That means each representative must have one vote instead of the whole state having only one vote. So This was one of the democratic principles put forward by a philosopher like Rousseau in his book The Social Contract. When the king rejected this proposal, the members of the third state walked out of the assembly in protest. Now, when this proposal was denied by the king of the third state, then the members of the third state, they walked out of the assembly in protest. Now, they now what happened afterwards, we are going to discuss in the next video, that what happened, now what they did after coming out of the assembly. This is what we are going to study in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep watching.